Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. So today I am going to be using makeup that is Disney themed. So I am a really big fan of Disney. I've grown up watching Disney like most people in the world, and yeah, Disney is like such a big part of my life. I've always wanted to go to Disneyland and Disneyland Paris, and I'm actually going to be booking my first trip in the next few weeks, I hope. So I'm really looking forward to that. But today I thought I would show you guys all the Disney themed makeup I have and use some of it on my face. I won't be able to use everything because I do have quite a few palettes, so I'll be showing you those as well. The first thing that I'm going to show you guys is a blush, because I don't have anything that is primer, foundation or setting powder themed by Disney, and so let me show you the first thing, and this is what got the idea for me to do this video basically. So Essence and Catrice do a lot of collaborations, obviously alongside like Revolution and pretty much every other brand out there, and so Essence recently came out with these blushes. So they came out with quite a few things actually, with like 101 Dalmatians, Dumbo, Aristocats, and a couple of other things as well. And so I picked up this Dumbo blush, and I am so excited because this packaging is absolutely insane. Dumbo is in one of my top 10s of Disney movies, and as soon as I saw this packaging I was like, I'm all over this. This only cost like £3.50. Essence are very affordable if you've never used them before. This is in the shade Peanuts, so they did come out with a couple of other different like characters. I think there was Spot from 101 Dalmatians and a couple of other ones. This is the one that kind of works more for me, so it is very kind of glowy, so you can use it as a highlighter as well. I want to use it more as a blush because I do have a highlighter that I want to use. So I'm just going to put this on first with one of my defined brushes, and I'm always looking on, don't know if I mentioned, I got this on Just My Look. I've mentioned them quite a lot recently because I'm looking at their website constantly, because they always have like the most up-to-date products when it comes to like Essence and Catrice, and they even have Revolution stuff on their website before Revolution have it. I find that so strange. I don't know how, but they have Revolution stuff out quite early. And if you live in the UK, Just My Look actually do free delivery, which is pretty awesome. This smells quite nice. It's got kind of a sweet smell to it. I have used a lot of Essence before, and I've used like a lot of, I do have a couple of Catrice products that I will show you, just mentioning them for no reason. But this has given me such a glowy look. It's kind of more of a highlighter more than anything, but it says it's a maxi blush highlighter, so I've kind of without realizing that it's a lot of highlighter, I've actually just used it on top. But you know what, it's really nice, and I am a fan of this. Like honestly, it's unintentionally just giving me like the best glow. I'm gonna see if I can find any bit that's gonna give me some blush. Like there's little bits here and there that you can see, and I'm just gonna add like a bit more. It's pretty like powerful when you think about it. I'll show you the highlighter I was going to use. So I was going to use like part of the Little Mermaid collection. So Revolution, well, I Heart Revolution have recently been doing a lot of collaborations with Disney, and so previously they've done Beauty and the Beast, which is part of one of their first collaborations, because I did buy that. They also came out with like individual highlighters and lip glosses and like, you know, eyelashes and all that stuff. And I believe they've also come out with like Mulan, and recently they've done a Moana, they've done Cinderella, you know, like the usual shabam. But this was the first one that I kind of found in my collection that I wanted to use. And if you haven't seen these palettes before, they're really beautiful. Like you get one side of blushes, one side of highlighters, depending on obviously your skin tone and what you want to use them for. And then one section has just all the eyeshadows. And I do remember that the Nightmare Before Christmas one, you could get, I think in the Jack Skellington one, because one that I got, this has all just eyeshadows, and they had highlighters separately. I'm not a big fan of their individual highlighters because I just don't feel that they are as kind of pigmented as some of their other highlighters. But I was going to use like one of these, but I might just put it on top because why the hell not. I might use Heart of the Sea, which is just one here, and these ones tend to be around like 14-15 pounds, which is pretty good in my opinion. I haven't picked up any more recently just because I really don't feel like I need to buy any more. If you're a collector, then obviously you would want to buy these because they look like books, which is pretty amazing. But I think because I have this one and then I also have the Beauty and the Beast one, I kind of feel like that was enough. So I mean, these ones, like I said, they're coming out with the collaborations all the time. A quick kind of like hint, if you wanted to buy them on the more affordable, check out Just My Look, because they have them on a really good discount at the moment. I think they have them for like £10.95 or something. I'm not like kissing Just My Look's ass, but if you're genuinely looking for some discounted makeup, that is obviously the real thing. Like, I'm pretty sure they have this on there and it's like a big chunk of the price is gone. So now that I've done my highlighter and my blush, I'm obviously going to show you the eyeshadow palettes that I have now, and I do have quite a few. This is only a few in my selection. I didn't want to bring out everything because this video would be super duper long, but I'll show you guys. I have the mini version of the Snow White palette, so there was another version like this but I didn't want to get it, so I picked up the mini version. It's just full of like some kind of like nude tones and some other like really soft tones. I use this a lot when I am like getting ready for work, or if I'm just kind of going somewhere and I want a really simple look. I definitely go after this. Next I have the Beauty Bay like colour thing. I don't actually kind of get the themes that they were going for. I do like this collection, but it's not like my favourite. I have the Alice in Wonderland one, like I mentioned. The shade selection is nice. I mean, I got it more based on the shades as opposed to the characters, because they did have a Dumbo one and they have a couple of other ones as well, but the colour schemes just didn't really do it for me. But this one, like, the pigment in these are pretty damn good. I do have, speaking of Catrice, I have their Ariel palette. Her face looks a little bit weird. I mentioned this in my initial review, but her face is a little bit like a bit anime-esque to it, but it's still like a really nice palette. I think I've only used this like once or twice, but this is a really nice palette. Like, you've got these beautiful greens and you've got a lot of like neutral tones, so if you do want something quite simple, this palette is out there. And they do have a lot of new ones. I think they have Pocahontas, they have a couple of other ones as well, and again you can get them on Just My Look. And then I've got some Colourpop ones, and I haven't actually bought, like, I don't think they've really done a big Disney collaboration in a while. I know they've just done Winnie the Pooh, and they've just done a Star Wars one. That video will be coming very soon. It might even be out before this one, depending on when I get it. But I have the designer collection, I have the Misunderstood one, and then I have the Midnight Masquerade one. I have used these to death. Like, when I got these, I used these so much. I haven't used them in a while just because I kind of thought, when you look at them again, they're probably not as good as kind of I remember, but because they're Disney themed, I'm just all over it. But I kind of want to use my Midnight Masquerade one because it's been so long since I've used it, and I do want to do just something simple today because the lip I have is like quite a soft tone. So I am going to start off, yeah, with the Midnight Masquerade. I know this was a very popular palette when it first came out. I'm using one of my Essence makeup brushes that I got from Just My Look. This is a jasmine themed one. I don't know if you can see it, but they do come out with kind of like a lot of products when they bring out these collaborations. So I'm starting off with Enchanted, which is a nice kind of like pink. So that is going in my crease, and I hope these palettes are still good to use because, again, I got these a while ago, as in like maybe over 2 years ago, and I haven't used them in a while, but they seem to be doing okay. But yeah, when it comes to like the new collaboration, I know that they come out with a lot of makeup brushes, they come out with lip products and everything else. Sorry, I needed like a second to pause because it's so warm today, it's so humid that my face is just like absolutely going like horrible. But yeah, well, even like Catrice and obviously like Colourpop and everything, when they come out with these collections, they go like hard on these collections, because I think obviously Disney is such a big like company and corporation that they probably have a little bit of freedom when it comes to like making their collaborations and stuff like this. Like Colourpop, they're notorious for obviously bringing out collaborations like every week, and I'm sure they'll be coming out with a new Disney one soon. Like I know the Winnie the Pooh one sold out like so quickly. I liked it, but it wasn't really for me. Like I like Winnie the Pooh, but it's not a collection that I would be like, yes, I need it. But if they did like a Beauty and the Beast collection or Little Mermaid and stuff like that, I would be all over it, because you know I've mentioned this so many times, but Beauty and the Beast is my favorite Disney movie. Let me know what your favorite Disney film is. But honestly, they've been coming out with some great like movies recently. Like I watched Turning Red, and I thought that was freaking awesome. Like I thought it was such a great film. But yeah, Disney are like taking over the world with the amount of like companies that they're buying and stuff like that. But you know, rich people, I can't relate. So I'm now, sorry, that was Pip. That was the second shade that I put on. I'm now gonna tap a bit of nutmeg. This is the kind of look that I tend to go to quite frequently if I want to do something quite simple with this palette, because it is quite nice to use and it's not like you can do such an intense look. Plus I'm not great at doing like intense looks as well, so I'm just gonna like tap this and blend it in. And it has been a while since I've used this palette, like I mentioned, so I'm kind of going easy on how I use it. But there are some gorgeous like names and shades, especially in all of these palettes that I have. They're very like imaginative, and you obviously know that the people who create these palettes have a great time making them. I do say sometimes that some collaborations can be quite disappointing, but you know, it's not up to me to kind of make that like, obviously as a fan I'm like, yeah, I'm not a fan of that, and then I just won't buy it, because like I said with the Beauty Bay, they've come out with some really great like interesting characters and kind of interesting like themes around it, but those collections are not really speaking to me that much, and so I've just been like, I don't need them, I'm not going to buy them, and that's that. And that's how I kind of save a bit of my money, because I don't I don't buy everything, even though I'm tempted to. I'm going to go in with a shimmer now. I kind of want to go into my Catrice palette, and I'm going to use one of the shimmers in there, because why not. I'm going with Eric, because Eric is like, it's so weird to like be in love with a fictional character, but I know a lot of people like Eric. Like I'm not going to deny it, because he is just wow. I can't even say it, but I love Little Mermaid. It was just so great watching it when I was growing up, because you know, I grew up being quite similar to her, wanting to be like different from everyone and rebelling, and you know, just yeah, I don't know, falling in love with like someone you're not supposed to, and like things like that. But I just, yeah, I love that movie. She's like Ariel. That's why I like dye my hair red sometimes, because I'm just like, I want to be Ariel. I want to be a mermaid. But yeah, I think these Disney movies are just so important to so many people, because they show things that, you know, even though they're fictional characters, and that like, oh, you know, you're not a fish, so you can't relate to that, but the themes and the characters and everything is just so pretty relatable in that aspect. Obviously with certain movies you can't relate, like Ratatouille, you're not a rat, or you know, things like that, but the themes towards the movies are so like personal and so beautiful that I think Disney do like an amazing job with that. So yeah, that's my kind of philosophical moment. My eyes are pretty much done. I don't have much else. I'm going with a mascara. This is the Catrice Glam Doll and False Lashes mascara, and this has got Belle on there, so I'm a big fan of this one, and I do use this quite frequently. It is a very nice mascara, So it's just something nice and simple, and because it is Essence, no, it's Catrice. I had never really used Catrice before, and so I picked up a couple of their products, and again, they're like, well, they're the same brand as Essence, really. They're just very affordable. And what I like about Just My Look, like I mentioned before, as soon as they announce the new collaboration, you could probably wait a week and a half and it's already on Just My Look. And yeah, highly recommend that website. They have a lot of good stuff on there as well. So now let's go on to the lips, and this is what I'm so excited about. They have this is Catrice. So they came out with this little collaboration that I mentioned with like Aristocats and stuff like that. So we've got a Marie lipstick. I can see if we can see it. It's a bit difficult because it's like reflecting, but I love the way that the lipstick has an embossing, like it's got a kind of leopard-esque print on there. This is in the shade, well, it's going to be Marie, but it's Pink Bow. So this is kind of like one of the shades that kind of appealed to me. They did have a small selection, but I thought I would pick this one up. So let's see how this works. I've never tried a bullet lipstick from Catrice before. Smells like vanilla, which is like a lot of lipsticks these days. So yeah, that's very pink. I wasn't expecting it to be super pink. Ooh, okay. This lipstick shade is not a shade that I normally go for, so it's kind of my mistake for picking it up, but it does look a bit lighter on my lips than it does on here. It's fine, it smells nice, it's very comfortable. You can barely feel it on there. And yeah, this is my finished look using makeup themed around Disney. I'm obviously not the first person to do this video. I saw Robert Walsh do this like a year ago, and it's obviously me wanting to like get more makeup to kind of use towards it. Let me know what your favorite Disney movie is, because I really want to know. I do have a video from like a year and a half ago when I spoke about my favorite Disney movies, if you want to check that one out. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias, because I'm always active on there. And I hope you guys are doing really well, and hope to see you in the next one. Bye.